In our second publication, broadcast of a three-part series expose, the Informer delves into the glaring cases of blatant disregard of government policies by the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority Chief Executive Officer Terry Ramadhani Kiunge, ranging from irregular hiring of senior staff members, redeployments of employees, and defying directives from the Ministry of Health and circular guidelines by the then Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service Joseph Kinyua. In our initial segment aired yesterday, the Informer exposed collusion by the KEMSA board members in the recruitment process of the CEO who chaired the board HR committee that kick-started her recruitment process and consequent appointment without making full disclosure of possible conflicts of interest, and an exercise the Public Service Commission has since termed as clear case of conflicts of interest, according to PSC CEO Dr. Simon Rotich. In the whole exercise, neither the KEMSA board chairperson nor any other member of the board expressed the apparent conflicts of interest in interviewing their former colleague only less than a month after she resigned from the board, contrary to Code of Governance of the State Corporations, popularly known as Mwongozo. According to documents in our possession, efforts by former Health Principal Secretary Susan Mochache to have Ramadhani comply with official government circular in respect to redeployment of staff during transition period fell on deaf ears. Some of the changes effected were, according to records seen by the Informer, undertaken in direct consultation with the board chairperson Mary Mwadime in exclusion of other board members at a precarious time during the KEMSA reform process after all staff members, including subordinate staff, were sent on compulsory leave. Ramadhani did not only trash the correspondence from the then Ministry of Health Principal Secretary, but further issued a subsequent letter of a finance senior manager irregularly redeployed to Mombasa to work under her junior staff member. On October 27, 2022, the CEO transferred Kristen Nyambura Mwangi, a senior accountant stationed at KEMSA headquarters in Nairobi, to Mombasa Regional Depot as an administrator with immediate effects. Despite having received Mochache's cautionary letter on compliance with circular on transitions from 4th to 5th administration dated November 9, 2022, on November 15, 2022, Ramadhani sent another letter to Nyambura affirming her decision to have her redeployed to Mombasa. And through an internal memo dated November 11, 2022, the CEO approved recruitment of 4 advisors, all domiciled under CEO's Office on Legal, Human Resource, Procurement and ICT matters. All the 4 are ranked under Job Group SA4, a post of senior managers under the approved KEMSA's organogram. However, the 4 advisors' posts are not included in the parastatal's approved organogram. Our investigations have established that Robert Nganga was hired as the Chief of Staff under CEO's office on September 14, 2022 for a period of 6 months. Carol Wanjiru was hired as a Principal Administration Officer on September 6, 2022, but reported on December 1, 2022, while Juan Abdul and Esther Some were hired as Security Advisor and Customer Relations Officer for a period of 6 months each. In his circular dated September 19, 2022, reference number OP/CAB.26/4A/Volume 1 into brackets 40, and addressed to the Attorney General, all Cabinet Secretaries and all Principal Secretaries, the former Head of Public Service said in fidelity to the growing constitutional tradition, all appointments and redeployments are frozen in the intervening period until after transition. KEMSA management is yet to recall over 400 staff members who were sent on compulsory leave following the infamous COVID-19 procurement scandal. Currently spending 90 million shillings monthly, 45 million shillings on employees on compulsory leave who went to court, and another 45 million shillings on more than 400 employees working from home. They obtained court orders requiring the agency to pay them full salaries, allowances and benefits.
However, given the compelling public interest on the matter, the relevant agencies should expedite their ongoing investigations and conclude the same within 21 days from the date hereof.
And in our third and final broadcast of the three-part series expose tomorrow, we bring you a detailed account and names of companies previously implicated in 8 billion shillings COVID-19 procurement flaws at KEMSA and pocketed another close to 1 billion shillings between May 2022 and December 2022. Reporting for The Informer, Catherine Chalo.